Oh, hello. Oh, good lord. Welcome back to some art. Nice, chill, relaxing, and totally not stressful because I have to keep my crap together. Alright. Give me a moment and I will just get the scene switched. There we are. Alright. Well. Would you look at that, a blank canvas? It's always where it starts. Always the big... Okay, so I mentioned in yesterday's stream that today we'll be doing art again. Now, I also said that I've got some plans, but I kind of want to go as freeform as I can. Try and play around a little bit and stuff. So now to explain that in greater detail, I'm gonna do some exercises quickly while I kind of go over this. Now, I hope that my ramblings aren't too rambly. That's right, I need to fix this. There we go. So yeah, just apologies that at the moment I'm doing my art exercises because I haven't done them already. I woke up quite late today, actually. I've talked about these on stream before, but if you're wondering, there's just a few things I do kind of like warming up. The idea with this one is to do long single curved lines and try and get them as close to being to the previous one as possible. Then I'm going to draw some circles. So, going to that explanation that I promised. I've talked before about how like I have intentions of doing, I wouldn't say VTubing and such like that. I mean, I think the concept as a whole is really, really cool. Now, on stream, I have actually worked on the model concept art before, and I'm gonna be honest, I've done bugger all since then towards the drawing, because every time I looked at it, I was not quite happy with where it had gone. Not to say like the suggestions of some of the people that have been watching weren't they weren't the problem. The problem was that I just could not do anatomy in a way that I was happy with. There was a lot of aspects to it all that I needed to improve my own skill before I could really commit to it. But I felt that the thematic design of the character was not clear enough. So I've gone back to my basis and drawn up a oh good lord, sorry, my nose is really itchy. Drawn a baseline that I'll use. Now, you saw a little bit in the thumbnail, but this is the full drawing of kind of the mascot, I guess you could say, that I'm intending to utilize. There needs to be a lot more work. Like, there's no shading whatsoever. The lines are kind of weird and indistinguishable at this stage because there is no shading. If you're not looking at it kind of closely, you don't even notice that there's some detail points to differentiate things, as well as you can tell that like some of the drawing is still pretty haphazard. That's because, in the nicest sense, I did almost all of this in about an hour last night to try and get it ready for today. And you do not want to know how angry I got at trying to do some of the stuff around the eyes, because I was just having some really annoying problems. So that's how these ended up. This is still using the foundational stuff that I've done in the past and thought about with it. So that's the key point that I really want to put forward. Is not that the design is completely changing, it's that the design is shifting its origin point. So instead of working from a character and then working away from it like I wanted to, I'm actually going to go with the mascot design first, because I find that simpler and easier, so I can get a much more stable concept in my head of exactly what do I expect out of this character. I think that makes sense. Because if I was to pull up open file location, so we have, there was this that was done. So this was one big overhaul design that we did of it. However, if I remove these and activate these, you can kind of see where actually I think I've got a PNG of it. This is what he looked like initially. Now I agreed with some criticism that like some of this was unnecessary, this was overloaded. I don't think this vest was a good idea. I kind of did it because I just wanted formality and like a formal looking outfit. If I'd removed that and then changed this over top jacket to something else slightly, then it would have been a bit nicer. Then we did the big redo, which I had so many issues with, and I just couldn't get the design the way I wanted it. So that was a big fat no. So that's why I'm deciding to kind of come from the fox direction. Instead of going from the humanoid fox, I want to go from the fox, so I know what I expect. And like here you can see I've added a bow tie because I think it looks fucking adorable. Like, look at that little fella. So what I want to kind of do at this stage is to try and make a couple of assets around this fox. One of my big intentions is to try and make kind of like a little animated subscribe, I guess, thing that will come up like possibly above the camera. Like come up, be the little fox there, and he wipes it into frame and then he wipes it away. Just very, very small. It wouldn't be like much more than maybe kind of like a third of the camera sizing above it. Oh, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. But kind of like that sort of range. And so I want that. Pure and simply, I want to have that sort of concept. So Oh, like that's the first thing I want, I should say. After that, then my big aim is to actually start doing like the scenes and stuff like that, because like you've got the scene transition, right, which is as a very quick example, we've got this, right? You got the pulse, and then it winds out, and then it gives out the screen. I want to make a new one, because like I'm kind of using pre-done assets done by other people a lot of the time, and if I want to keep doing this as like an individual thing, I don't want to use others' assets. I want to use my own assets. I mean, like if I go to the actual main thing, you've got all of this. This has been done by someone else, and I utilize it in different ways. So that's where that comes from. That's the desire. Like, I've always thought foxes were cute as hell. I will admit I've only met a handful of them in my lifetime. Because they're not exactly that prevalent in New Zealand. So, that's the intention. So, there's going to be some little animated stuff that I'll do for it, but like at this point in time, I just need the raw assets that I can use and import and play with. So I'll need a straight on of his face. By the way, I should also mention I will probably be going like quite quiet with this, because again, talking while doing art is something that I wasn't very confident with even before. So Oh, to give a little bit of insight into my actual life. Good lord. So I've got a job interview next week, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be right after Monday's stream. So expect Monday's stream to probably be short. I'm also considering whether I might take a day off on Tuesday. Because my partner's coming back on Tuesday. I could take a day off instead on Wednesday. It might be better, because that way we can catch up properly and stay up talking. Have I done the positioning? It's from the eyes and down. Yes, it's... That's better. Yeah, it would need to be way longer, but we'll leave that for the moment. The head looks too large for the ears, right? Because the ears are like very large by comparison. That's a bit more acceptable. But I still think they might be a little small. No, they're about right. If anything's to go by with what I've done previously or not. Trim down the head a little bit though. Sorry, I know it's been a long time since I've done actually anything, but... Again, so I must stress, I'm not trying to draw a proper drawing here. I'm trying to draw assets. That's why I'm cutting off there on the main thing. Because it's only supposed to be like paw, pull up, tail swipe. I think I'll make it so it's ears twitch a little bit, mouth opens up, and then eyes might enlarge or blink or something like that, and then he drops back down. Oh, I know where this face is not looking. Right. And okay. And plus, this is only supposed to be like the initial line art. I intend to do proper shading and proper coloring because I was considering doing shading for this. I actually have a layer set up for it, but I just ended up using it for my eyes, which is this one. Oh god. But as an explanation for doing a one for your eyes, what I did was I copied this layer. As you can see, it's a layer copy 3. I put it to multiply, which is over here. And I went into, is it tonal correction, hue, and luminosity, and then just fucking rocketed the luminosity up to 100%. And that's a really good layer for doing shadows. Then start like using lasso or lasso or wizard selection to select areas so you can work on them individually, part by part. But as I said, like I was considering doing it last night, but when I finally got to doing it, it was like 7. And I was like, oh, well, I'll focus on getting the eyes done for priority, because if I forego shadows, I forego shadows. Yeah, it took fucking like another 40 minutes, half an hour, somewhere around that range. And by that point in time, I'm like, I'm tired, I'm grumpy, I need to rest. By the way, today's stream is probably only going to be an hour, because like I only want to do a little bit of work on this today, and well as I don't quite have the stamina for doing art yet again, nor do I have like a huge thing I'll work on. I will be working on this completely on stream though. To just like, you know, knock it out and get it going. You know what? I'm just gonna double check what I've streamed recently. If I just stream for an hour, I feel like I'm doing a disservice. Because it's not very long, right? I think I might do like a stream right after this for like maybe 2 hours to just make sure I'm not only producing an hour content today. Okay, now I'm going to actually completely cheat, by the way. I'm only going to draw one harm. And I'm just going to mirror it to the other side. Now, what I'm also stressing, so the hand will come up and then pour out. That's an easy enough thing to do in the animation. By the way, I don't know how I'm going to quite animate it yet, if I'll use Photoshop for the animation or if this program will handle it. But yeah, no, I also want to mention this will be an intermittent animation that I want to turn up like every 10 minutes maybe, just off the camera box. So like it will just be on top here. So the pause will be like where my hand is now gripping on, slightly over the top obviously because I can't put my hand outside the camera. That's the intention, yeah. I've also said this before, I do know completely that there are many artists out there that are more than capable of doing some of the stuff I'm requesting of myself. And while I've considered commissioning some stuff, I would prefer to learn how to do something than ask someone else to do it. Kind of my mentality. It's not that I'm saying someone else can't do it better. Fuck no. At the end of days, I know that there is people out there that are far more talented in this specific field, and they've been practicing it, and they've been working at it hard. So yeah, no, it's a bit of a cheat, but like again, I want to get back into art, but it is an uphill battle. As you can kind of see, this is still kind of... You know what, I don't think because like I'm sitting there like, what am I gonna do after stream? And what I'm gonna do after stream is actually do like, I was considering just doing some other drawings and possibly playing Tower of Fantasy, and I don't think I want to stream any of that. So yeah, no, when this is the time's up, it's gonna be an hour stream today. That's it. Because I was considering if I'll play like Holocure, which I really do want to play some more of that, but Tower of Fantasy's getting an update soon. I want to get that, and I'm really considering playing a little bit of Warframe again. I might do that this weekend, I'll see. Don't know if I really want to go back into that game. But I do know that a lot has changed, so... Okay. I think this is the... Like, I've done all of the foundational line art. I don't know if there's any other asset I need to make other than, like, the subscribe button. And that I will probably nick from somewhere. The best part is when it's in this state, he looks like he's looking up. There you go. Oh, you know what I kind of want to show off? Since this is like an artistic stream, so I'm going to first save this fella. File, save as. I'm just going to hide this because you don't need to see my files. Alright, give me a second to find the file. Actually, I think the easiest way to find the file is to go through this. Oh, that's right. It's inherently in here. Okay, there we go. No, that's the wrong video. It's this one. There we go. Okay, so hopefully this still works. I'm gonna mute this for a moment so I can. Is it specifically only that one's asset? Yes, only that scene. Okay. Well, I can unmute and it should still work.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Right, so I made that a while back, and I kind of wanted to show how I did it. Because it did take me like a good solid hour to work on, so... You gonna launch? Here we go. So... I apologize that the audio is going to be really irritating to deal with. So what I did here is I added an effect. Which is find a key color and turn it transparent. Now the key color was blue for this. As you can see here, this was taken from a YouTube video that I downloaded, which is just Virgil cut green screen remake blue screen now. That's literally what it was. And you can see that I found a high definition variant of the thing. So there is a lot of work that went into the initial few stages of it because I wanted to try and make it a transition initially where it would do the slashes and then transition the scene, but it just didn't work because the timings just wouldn't work. But I still had to tweak this part here. Again, I'm sorry about the sound stuff because it's skipping around, because this didn't audio align correctly when I did it, so I had to do a lot of quick trimming down to actually get the break at the right timing. You have no idea how many times I heard the I am. I am. So yeah, no, I thought I'd share that with you. So that's that little thing, and on the main screen I have a button for it, but yeah, no, in this it's just
I am the storm that is approaching.
we'll cut them short. I just realized also so the music's still playing. I'm going to turn that off for the moment. So what I was talking about, you can hear the Ow, I very much apologize, but like that brake noise, you have no idea how long it took me to get that aligned to the extent that I did. So yeah, no, that was a little project that I worked on along like a little while back that I think I've used it like 3 times on stream, excluding now. But I thought I'd share it nonetheless. I also wanted to share with everyone. So a while back, I did this art as well. That was kind of asked for and such like that. I do want to revisit it and do it from the ground up. I have a lot of if I just God, this is heavy. I bought a bunch of art reference books. And I have been reading them pretty constantly and working with them a little bit. A good fair few of them are from a Christopher Hart, which, I mean, you could only buy like 2 of his books and be fine. I've bought fucking 4, as well as I've bought someone else's stuff for Hosoi, yeah. I'm not saying you should buy a bunch of reference material like I do. The internet's a perfectly fine place. I think I cut myself with one of those books, good lord. The internet's a perfectly fine place to get a bunch of references and such. I just do better with a tangible thing. I'm honestly considering getting a better graphics tablet because this is what I'm working with. It's the Huion little tiny fella, and I'm gonna be honest, the sheer, because it's so small, I can't do a lot of movements fluidly, as well as I'm gonna be honest, having a screen on the tablet itself would be really nice, being able to rotate it around, all sorts of stuff like that. As well as like the positioning I have to be, because it's flat, I have to keep my elbow up a little bit to try and keep movement fluid as much as I can, and that was pretty hard to do sometimes. I also remember showing off this one. I like showing off my art that I've done in the past on stream and not on stream. There was this one that I did, which I really would like to return to designing more on and such, but I'm quite happy that, like, I can whip this together roughly in the space of, like, I would say 2 hours in total, because that was excluding, like, some of the initial stuff I did. And getting, like, the design going for that. I really want to commit to doing these assets, so I will be doing another art stream probably next week. I'm going to be practicing art a little bit between now and then, though. I should also stress, dependent on how this job interview goes, I might get the job. If I get this job, streaming is going to be a bit more difficult. Here's some real talk moments while I have a cute little fox on the screen. I'm doing streaming as a passion project, a hobby-esque sort of thing right now, where I use it as an opportunity to improve skills that I already have or learn new ones. I will not detriment both me and my partner's livelihoods for a hobby, which means work comes first. However, I do not want to just blatantly stop doing streaming. So there might be a portion of time where I'm rearranging the times, trying to find what works for me, and all that sort of stuff, because this will be a 9 to 5 office job, partly office job. That I can do a little bit from home, sure, but I'm a hard worker and I don't like taking breaks. So when I'm on the clock, I'm on the clock. So I don't know how that's going to work now. I really don't. And I know I'm saying this to like 23 subscribers and only like 140, 150 views in the last 28 days. But the point is, though, is that I would still feel bad if I just kind of was like, oh yeah, I'm stopping streaming, goodbye. Out of nowhere. So I'm trying to stress that I kind of want my music back. It's feeling very somber. Give me a second. I have a thing for it quickly. There we go. I would really, really like to keep going. But it might become the games are a little less diverse, a little bit more just 1 or 2 games at a time. And it might just be like up until I finish what I've got going at the moment, like Yakuza, for example. Then I might not start another big series again, or I might start only big series. I don't know. I cannot foresee how this works out, because okay, how do I explain this? If I have a 9 to 5 job, that is a good fair few hours already dedicated to that. I also have a relationship and I also have a social life. I do not want to forego either of those because I've forgone them in the past and that led to problems. So I would like to maintain some semblance of normality and play along with that sort of stuff. Actually go out, have fun. I want to watch my shows still. I want to do all of that sort of stuff. So please accept that it's not that I'm saying streaming doesn't matter. Very much not. In fact, I think it matters a lot for me because it's helped me a lot with my articulation, consistently talking, finding ways to be engaging, these sorts of aspects of myself, and try and talk while I'm doing something. Like think and talk and do something all at the same time, which is actually a lot more difficult than it might seem. I mean, as prevalent by art today, like I was very quiet, and it's just because I was extremely focused on trying to get things correctly done. Which is why I want to get more into art again, because it really helps push me. So, I think I've talked for like the last 10 minutes about all of this. We'll move on from that and we'll finish up, but in the simple sense, I'm not wanting to stop streaming. I really, really don't. But I will definitely willingly trim it down if I must. I will try and find alternative answers during that time, if that's the case. If I upload videos, or what, we'll see. But yeah, aside from all of that, I thank you so much for listening to this entire ramble. I hope you enjoyed seeing the art come back, or joining for the first time. I really, really want to get more into art. If you've got any suggestions of improvement that don't cost money, because I don't have much, because I have to plan on moving soon, I would very much appreciate it. I say that when I bought a bunch of books. Shush. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciate it. If you did, maybe consider leaving a like or a comment on the video, because it helps out a lot. Gets the video out there more. If you want to follow along with some of the games I do, the art I'm doing, feel free to follow me on to subscribe to the channel, or follow me on Twitter, because I'm actually going to be posting this little fox fella onto Twitter after this. And aside from that, I think that's everything. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.